Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review of Destroy All Monsters, a Reckless book. This is a book from Image Comics. If you're not familiar with the Reckless stories, um, so here, let's go over the art team and then we'll talk a little bit more about where these books come from. So this is written by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips on art with colors by Jacob Phillips. So Ethan Reckless was introduced a couple of graphic novels ago. As you guys may or may not know, Reckless and Criminal and Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips have been working on Criminal and some criminal stories like this, like Pulp. My heroes have always been junkies. Killer Be Killed, Bad Weekend, and so they're like a tag team that has been just making noir criminal books, like these pulpy stories with yeah, they're really cool. So they introduced Ethan Reckless a couple of books ago with a book called Reckless, and then we had Friend of the Devil, a Reckless book. So this one, Destroy All Monsters, will be the third in the collection. Ethan Reckless is like a private investigator, problem fixer type of dude in the 80s. And we get to follow him as he goes through his cases, but also deals with his issues with his personal life. One really cool thing is that he lives in a theater, like an abandoned theater out of business. And actually, I love here that we get these little chapter introductions. So we start here at the beginning of the book with the man on fire. Ethan's going back to the theater. He sees that it's on fire, and then obviously things kind of happen from there. Um, I like that Ethan and his supporting cast, they're very likable characters. Although we know Ethan has kind of a messed up past and he's probably not the best dude around. Like, we kind of root for him as we follow his story. We also get to meet his assistant slash best friend who works with him at the theater. And she's very integral to this story. So I'm looking forward to see what the what that entails. I don't really want to go into spoilers, so I won't talk much about the story. But the story revolves around Ethan taking a case to unearth the secrets of the Los Angeles real estate and the moguls that work there. And, as he dives into this information, they will have to put their life on the line. But, Ethan will have to risk everything that still matters to him to solve this case. So, with a premise like that and a crack team like Ed Brubaker and Phillips working on this, and like I said, I don't want to diminish the value of Jacob Phillips because this panel here, I feel like the coloring is what really sells here. This panel, so it's beautiful work. It's amazing work. This to me, these books come out in a quarterly basis. So to me, every 3 months, I look forward to a criminal story like this. So, I don't know how long we will follow Ethan Reckless. The the first book came out at the end of 2020. So we could have one more book and then maybe close out the year, introduce a new character, go back to some of the criminal stories. The criminal stories before were not really related. We kind of figure that they may happen in the same universe or whatever. But I don't know if that's the case or has been confirmed by the team. But yeah, I think um, this is definitely what I'm gonna say is definitely a compliment. But Brubaker and Sean Phillips are like what you call easy listening music. Like, it's just like it feels like the comics they make are the most distilled, pure form of the comic, um, and it's just like very easy to absorb. I hope that came off as good as I thought it would, because it's definitely a big compliment. Like, I love um, how they use the panels to pace their story, and we have like a look through all these different eras. It's a really interesting, I guess, at least from their point of view, it's a really interesting perspective because I'm sure they have a specific point of view that they're telling the stories by. So that's really cool. But like I said, the tone of the book isn't always dark and grim, even though this is a crime book. Like, sometimes we have more colorful surroundings and panels, and I don't know. It feels like to me everything just clicks. Every 3 months, I look forward to this. I was very lucky to have read this before it came out, but I'll still go buy. I need to buy this book because otherwise my collection will be incomplete, right? But let me know if you're reading any of these Brubaker Phillips books. Uh, I'm not one to always read criminal type of stuff, but with this, like it just clicks. Like it just clicks for me. So I very much enjoy it. But yeah, let me know. Let me know if you read some of these books or what else you're reading. So thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. And just stay tuned for the channel. We had some DC fandom coverage early in the week, and we'll have some more throughout the week. We have some reviews, advanced reviews, and DC Comics and Marvel, which will come later in the week as well. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.